anti-crime protests continued throughout the night in Diepsloot, that's in the north of Johannesburg. Residents protested outside the local police station after 3 people were arrested yesterday. But Gauteng police spokesperson Mavela Masondo says they'll be charged with public violence. Meanwhile, a meeting is scheduled for today at the Union buildings to discuss residents' demands and concerns. Top of the agenda, we're told, is the high levels of crime in that community and poor service delivery. Let's get your sense of what the way forward looks like. Bring in community leader Thokwane Dithuge, who's part of that delegation. He joins us now via our telephone line this morning. And it's great to have you on the program, sir. Thanks very much indeed for making time. You know, our reporters on the ground have also told us how there appears to be divergent views, quite frankly, from those part of the protest about how to proceed from here on. How worried are you that that may reduce even just your negotiating or bargaining power in the lead up to your meeting with officials from the presidency?
Let me just correct you firstly. I'm Reverend Thokwane Dithuge. I've been asked yesterday by the community to be on a gap until the leaders are back for this to continue. However,
sure.
With today's meeting, yesterday community has requested me to communicate with the office of the president, of which I have done, to cancel, to notify them of our non-attendance of the meeting today due to the arrest of these 3 leaders. We've got meetings today, 12 o'clock and 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock will give new mandate as whether what must happen, and anything else will be announced after that meeting. So the news people can come there, will get the information there.
Yeah, all right. Thanks for that update, Rev. And, you know, I'm sure as a religious leader in that community, you also have an interest in mediation, peaceful mediation, hopefully, to bring some kind of resolution to what's been taking place in that community for some time. What is your reading of the impact of the arrest of these leaders? Because sometimes this, yes, may create a splinter in the group of people who are protesting, but in other instances, it inflames them.
You look, where there's a leadership, there should be a will. As a church leadership, I'm going also to meet I'm trying to meet with the leader of the local church forum, Bishop Zoti, today at 9:30. But however, this arrest, man, I saw it has sparked a new energy and a new fire in these people. There's a high level of anger from community. But as leaders, our duty will be, especially church leaders, will be to calm them down and try to push for more engagement and all of that. And it must be clear, we haven't pulled off the talks with the engagement with the union building. We have just not attending today. We are requesting for another meeting, another time when our leaders are back. When the leaders are not back, there's no way that we can go to union building.
Yeah. Is there any kind of uniformity around whether or not the protests continue today, though?
No, the protest today is not continuing. We need to remember, we need to talk as a community, and this is a community forum. It is for everyone. It's not political, it's social. So all people of Diepsloot are asked to come at 4 o'clock to deal with what is it that is before us and how do we defeat this Goliath standing before us.
Yeah. I wonder whether, Rev, though, you get a sense that we're running out of ideas as communities when it comes to how we raise what some people reckon are ancient old problems. I mean, Diepsloot has been in the headlines before for quite some time, and it feels like the series of events are cyclical. You know, there's something that sparks the protests, it gets into the media and the front pages, we speak about it for quite some time, it dies out, and then we wash and repeat several months down the line. As a leader in that community, I'm sure you have an invested interest in ensuring that, at the very least, the conversations don't start from scratch, but move forward, if you know what I mean.
You are correct. This engagement, we don't talk there. We don't label them as negotiations. These are engagement. Remember, this is a government of the people, by the people, for the people. So when people are not happy, they raise these issues. We don't want to start from scratch. The government knows what is it that's supposed to happen. We left the meeting last time in the office of the president. You see, the key here And people should not misread this thing and make it a thing as if people of Diepsloot don't want peace. People of Diepsloot are poor people who live in sheds. They want peace, they want better life, they want quality life. That's what they are asking for. They ask for a safety and security. So those issues, we raise them. We agree with the president. And Mr. Loiso did notify the media, who's the chairperson. We raised everything, we agree. We left the meeting. Where this thing stuck is we left the meeting with the thing that says, by Monday, the office of the president, either they wanted to respond on Friday. We said, no, by Monday, Friday is too soon. By Monday, give us the specifics, the date, the timeline. When we'll start this, when we'll do this, when we'll do this, when we'll conclude everything. That's what we have asked for. And when the letter came, that did not happen. But we engaged with the office of the president. We keep on engaging with it.
And what's your sense of how seriously they're taking this?
No, let me not comment on that. Let me say they are acknowledging we are engaging with them. And our engagement with them is at a level that we think that they are hearing us. And because when they speak, we could hear they want to do what we have agreed upon, what we have asked for. But the problem is, taking us seriously, what you are raising, why is it difficult for them to give us the specifications? This time, we left with two specifications of when is the first meeting going to happen. None of that has been put on paper when they respond to us. And we are saying we just request dates and times and the end of this. This must end at some time. When is this going to be concluded? And what is the desired result? That's the only thing.
Absolutely. All right, we'll see how this unfolds. Thanks very much indeed for giving us that update. Appreciate your time this morning. Reverend Thokwane Dithuge is a community leader in Diepsloot, part of that delegation, which we now know is not meeting with the presidency anymore today because 3 leaders in that community have been arrested. They're asking that those leaders be released first before those engagements can continue.